Welcome back to another episode of the Steebee Weebee Show. Oh. We have a very special guest tonight. Welcome for the first time, actress and comedian, Amarie Lee. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So you have a hard time finding the spot, or?
The Lyft driver was able to find it. So
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. I gotta give a shout out to Dante and the homie. They because that's a homie. Mm-hmm. And I noticed, I didn't know that, like, you knew him, but he's been on here. And the sketches are, I saw the sketches you guys did.
Yeah.
The one that I liked the best was the landlord one, where you go into, you and your homegirl go into an apartment. And then you give him his money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then he's and he has a pool table there, and he's like, yeah, you
guys
could just go on the pool table. Just go there to the pool table. It's fine.
Yeah. So how long you been doing your thing? Like, where are you originally from? First of all, like,
I'm from Miami.
Oh, you're from Florida.
Yes.
Oh, that's what's up.
Have you been? No.
That's a one. No. Well, I haven't been to a lot of states,
yeah.
But that's like one of the states that, like, I've met a lot of people from Florida, mm-hmm. but I've never gone. What can you describe for a Californian what that's like?
Well, first of all, I don't even consider it a state. It is a country, because when you get there, everyone speaks Spanish because everyone's Cuban. So you're
Cuban as well.
I am Cuban Japanese.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Cuban Japanese.
Yeah, but more Cuban than Japanese.
Okay,
but a little sprinkled Japanese.
Right. Is your mom Cuban? Is your dad Cuban?
From my dad's side. So, like, my grandfather's Japanese.
Your grandfather's Japanese?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of, like, Dominicans, Cubans.
In Miami?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Mostly Cubans, though. Mostly Cubans out there.
Cubans.
But in Cuba, before Castro came into the regime,
mm-hmm.
They had Chinese, Japanese, Afro-Cuban, Spaniards. Damn. So my whole family's, like, mixed. I have black, white, Asian,
just
Cuban.
Mixed.
Yeah, just mixed. Yeah.
I can't help to think about just the movie Scarface, because it's one of my all-time.
Yeah.
Is it pretty accurate as far as, like, the dialect and the accents and stuff?
Yes, but as a Cuban, mm-hmm. although I love Al Pacino,
mm-hmm.
you know, I could tell that when he plays that role, the accent isn't an authentic Cuban accent.
It's not.
But nevertheless, it's, you know, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me go like this. You know, it's like,
well, that's not.
But still great acting. So
that's crazy.
But the cocaine, absolutely. Yes.
Oh, so do they really call it yay?
Yeah, yay.
They call it
yayo.
Yeah. Go get the yayo. Yeah, I remember that scene.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, go get the yayo.
Yeah. During
the shootout. Exactly. After the shootout. So what was it like growing up in? What's Florida like? It's humid, or?
Well, there's Florida and there's Miami, right?
Okay, so that's different.
Completely different.
Okay, what are the differences between? Because there's, like, rural areas.
Mm-hmm.
So Miami's way different.
Way different than the whole state of Florida. Miami's just with ethnicities. You know, you got your Cubans, everyone from, like, South America. It's just a different environment. But growing up there, it was insane because I lived in South Beach.
Okay.
I was raised in South Beach, and my high school was in South Beach.
On South Beach.
And since you haven't gone, let me break it down.
Yeah,
South
go ahead.
Beach
Yeah, go
is
break
just
it.
Basically clubs and bars and tourism and drugs and sex and craziness and a beach. Damn. All in one. And the clubs don't end at 2, like here in Cali. They end at 5. Some of them end at 8.
8 in the morning?
And 10 in the morning.
So they're getting lit out there.
Yes. So I went to high school in South Beach, and I got my fake ID when I was 15. So my partying days.
So when did you start drinking?
15, from like 15 to like 23. Now I don't even drink anymore.
Right.
I got all my partying out the way.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What was that like? What was that like being a 15-year-old? What is that, a freshman in high school or?
A freshman, a sophomore in high school.
Sophomore in high school, and you're going to the clubs?
Going to the club, like just going crazy. It was.
So do you remember like who introduced you to alcohol? Is it just a part of what you did, or?
Just my friends from high school, degenerates.
How'd you get
Hi guys, motherfuckers.
You want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, actually, funny story. I was on Facebook and I saw an article that said girl bites boyfriend's dick off, right?
Girl bites boyfriend's penis off.
Yes, right. So I was like, crazy. Mm-hmm. Let me read more.
Like completely off, like a hot dog.
Like he had to go into surgery and all that.
Oh my goodness.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, but then I looked at her mugshot, and it was a girl I went to high school with that I was cool with.
You knew her?
Yeah, she used to do whippets and fall flat on her face, dude.
So she was.
Yeah. So
wait. Explain to the viewers, because we have a lot of younger crowds.
Yeah. Don't do drugs.
Well, don't do drugs first.
But don't get raised in Miami.
Yeah, but what is explain what a whippet is?
Oh well. A whippet is basically the little cleaners for, you see that your computer there?
Yeah.
So the keyboard, it's basically to clean the keyboard.
Yeah.
So people inhale it,
Yeah, but you put it in a balloon, right?
I don't remember her having a balloon, but I remember
she
like,
put it.
Do you want to whip it? Amarie, do you want to whip it? And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm good. And she's like, okay. She'd take it and she fall flat on her face. And I'm like, all right. I gotta go do my homework, so I gotta get out of here. But that's the kind of people that are out there. She straight
did it in high school.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what was the clique you used to roll with in high school? Were they all partying? Were there?
Well, see, for me, it was a little bit of I knew a little bit of all the groups because I was like, I played basketball. Mm-hmm. I did chorus. I was in auxiliary, captain of auxiliary. I was in pretty much everything. Mm-hmm. Because my family's crazy, but we could talk about that later.
Yeah.
So I, as a teenager, I always wanted to make sure I did extracurricular activities and all that. So my group of friends, it was like I had my party friends and I had my smart friends when I had to do a test or something, and they had to help me out on that, and like just a group of people. So it wasn't pigeonholed to a specific demographic as far as.
That's crazy. You mentioned your family, like, well, so you grew up in a crazy household?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You got brothers and sisters?
I have a brother and I have a sister.
Older
who's
or younger?
Cuba. Both older. Yeah.
So you're the baby.
I am the baby.
Oh, that's what's. Oh, tell me about that. What was it like growing up with them?
It was non-existent because my sister was in Cuba, so I didn't really get to hang out with her. My brother, he was locked up all the time. He's still locked up right now. What? So I kind of grew up as an only child.
What was he locked up for?
Bunch of crazy stuff like robbing people and all that. Yeah. What? Yeah. He's doing 15 right now.
He's doing 15.
But Al, you're behaving well, right? You're gonna get out, right?
You might watch the Steebee Weebee Show.
Absolutely. In jail they have Netflix. They have a bunch of shit.
No,
yes.
Not jail.
Yes, commissary.
Commissary provides Netflix.
Everything. No, not the commissary.
Oh no, but commissary you could get like
my brother has a
flaming
cell
hot
phone.
Cheetos.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's called all that in a bag of chips.
Let's talk about that. I like the jail talk. Go ahead. The
Absolutely.
prison. Yeah. I love the prison
talk.
So
like they have everything, all the accommodations. As long as you have money in there, they get everything that people out here could get.
So you're saying you could get a flat screen TV in your cell?
Absolutely. You could get a TV in your cell if
you got the right Wi-Fi and.
They have a way in there. My brother hit me up. Texted me, how do you have a phone? How do you have a phone, Al? Like I just gotta make sure I hide it or whatever. He's like, yo, but you got Netflix. Can I get your password? I'm like, wait, well, how the hell you have Netflix?
Damn.
What's going on? But it's,
You know what? It makes me think if I was in jail, that would make the time go by a lot faster.
Absolutely.
Because so many good things you could watch on Netflix, and it makes time just fly by.
Yeah.
So homie's chilling on the low with his phone.
Yep.
And he's got a flat screen TV.
Yep. And he watches shows. He's like, Am, have you seen 13 Reasons Why? I'm like, what?
He's on YouTube?
Everything.
All right, let's say, can I shout him out?
Absolutely.
What's his name?
Al.
What up to the homie Al? What prison?
On a state penitentiary in Florida.
State penitentiary in Florida?
Yes.
we wish you the best.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you home soon.
And I did make the Instagram profile for you so you could get pussy DMs. I got you, bro. I love you.
Dude, that's freaking love, dude. Wait a minute. Let's just, whatever you said right there, that's like going beyond.
Yeah, he has to have an Instagram. He
So
needs to have those ass shots on his DM. He needs to have all that.
So, wait, let's break that down.
Yeah.
He's in jail, but you're already thinking about him getting some women.
Well, yeah, and it starts on Instagram, you know? So I'm setting up his profile and all that.
So he could set up... Well, I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
He's got his own thing, Instagram. He's in jail.
Yeah.
But, he could send pics.
Absolutely. He sends me pics. He texts me pics.
But no, I mean, if he meets a girl.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how it starts anyway.
Absolutely. And it's a good thing. Like any type of girl, like even a jealous girl, like if she's jealous, even better. Like, where's he going to go?
Right.
Where's he going to go?
And then that's good. That's support as well. Because that's moral support, emotional support. Because he needs to, I'm just guessing, he needs to like not thinking about him being there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely not, yeah.
So when's he out?
Well, he was doing 15, but he's been behaving well. So I'm thinking maybe
10,
or no, maybe 5.
Maybe 5
because he's already been almost 10. So probably we'll see. We'll see if he does good. But that's just how life goes, man. Sometimes you go through what you gotta go through, but you gotta learn from your mistakes, man.
All right, Al. You got love here at the Steebee Weebee Show. We wish you the best. He's got tatted up and everything.
Absolutely, yeah. He's
like
showing me his
sleeves.
He just got a sleeve.
Was he clicked up in there? Like, how does that work?
No. He wasn't clicked up.
He's just doing it solo.
Yeah, he has a couple of good homies here and there, but it's the prison he's at. It's not as like crazy.
Crazy.
If that makes it's prison obviously, but the offenders there are not as bad. Like, it's not Rutgers or it's not like
or like San Quentin out here.
I went to go visit him a month ago in Miami, so I was able to like kind of see, and I'm like, yo, all these motherfuckers look soft. Like it's like they were just chilling.
Oh, right.
They were playing chess. I'm like, all right, I feel good.
Oh, they're playing chess.
I feel good that my brother's not gonna be like in a position where
Oh, they're playing chess.
Yeah, they're just hanging out.
So what do you have to do a family visit? You got to fill out forms or
forms.
Is there a day you got to show up? Like, how does that work?
It's every weekend, and you get 3 hours to visit there, and that's it. You just fill out the paperwork. If you're family, they'll let you in. So. And
then do you have is there a designated room you can really chill with them?
So they have the inside cafeteria where they have all the snacks. And the good thing about the snacks is
are they good?
They're decent.
They're decent. Okay,
it's
like cafeteria food.
They're decent snacks.
Cafeteria food.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, because it's prison, so you say you get a bag of chips here for $1.49. You're getting it for 38 cents there.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
I had $20. We went shopping.
So you
I got him all the snacks, all the good snacks.
Right.
He took some to his cell and everything. So
now, can you put money on the books for his commissary so he could get like soap and shampoo?
I just cashed app him. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's man.
I make sure
you're
okay.
a good sister, man.
Yeah, I make sure he's okay, but not that okay where he thinks it's okay to keep staying there or leave, be on a vacation out here and then go back inside, because that's what he's been doing.
That's like his cycle.
Yeah, because the truth of the matter is, like, when people don't know, when you're in jail for that long, you get institutionalized.
Yeah.
Some people don't even know how to act when they're out here.
On the real world.
Oh, yeah.
You know the movie, it makes me think of the movie Shawshank Redemption.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because remember, like, the old dude that worked in the library, he got out and he didn't know how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, he hung
normal
himself.
life isn't, so you have to have a lot of support when you get out, and you have and then obviously a lot of the times what it comes down to is mostly the people that are in jail, it's for bullshit charge for like weed. Shit that's legal now.
That's not even a crime.
But they got caught when weed wasn't legal, and you're serving 7 years for fucking
weed?
a dime. Yes.
For a dime?
Yes, for anything.
For like a little pebble of weed.
There's people in jail for weed that are serving 7 to 10 years, and it's the judicial system. It's like it's all messed up. The laws are not put into play where, but. There is a turnaround that's happening, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah. But how's your mom? How is she dealing with this? Like, is she taking it okay?
Well, I mean, my mom steals, but she doesn't get caught, so she's good at it. So
wait
for
a minute,
her,
like how How long she been doing that?
Oh, for years. For
Give me
years.
an example. Like,
I thought I grew up.
Like,
I thought I grew up
store?
rich because of all the things my mom would steal when I was little and growing up.
You remember that?
Oh yeah, I would
Give
go
me
to
an example.
All right, I would go to school with a nice shirt.
This is crazy.
And then I would think it was like a little tracker or something, but it was an alarm. She would literally give me shirts with the alarm still on them.
Damn.
So then I would have to cut them off, and then I go to school with like a little hole. And then even my teacher like brought it to her attention, like, why is Amarie coming to school with stolen items? And my mom would be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, that's not, that's not what it is. So she's been stealing for a long time. It's getting a little hectic for me though, because I've had to bail her out a couple times.
Wait, from
she's
jail?
Getting rusty. Yeah, she's getting rusty. She stole a sandwich, probably like 2 years ago. You always get caught for the things.
Yeah, the
simple
things, minor things.
The simple things.
Where'd she go steal a sandwich from?
In Miami, and
like,
then what pissed me off, so she's like, it was for you, like it was for you.
Well, so the sandwich was for you. The ham and cheese sandwich was for you.
Yeah, so that's why she was trying to justify it.
That's crazy. What about your dad? How does he play into this whole thing?
So my dad is very chill. My dad understands the situation of my family, so he's very low key. He's kind of like he doesn't see nothing, he doesn't say nothing. He's just kind of like whatever.
Are they still together?
They are. They were together for 20 years, and then they went on hiatus, and now they live next door to each other. They're not together, but they're friends every day, and like she takes care of him and stuff because he has some medical issues. So they have a strange relationship, but I like it because they look after each other.
Right.
So then I don't have to worry about,
Right.
Because we all know as parents get older, like, it's like, all right,
you need to take care
now
of
we
them.
have to be the parent. Oh, shit.
Yeah, yep.
So,
so they're together, but they live separately, kind of, but they're in the same
they live
area.
next door to each other. So
that's crazy.
Like he lives in one apartment and she lives right next door to him.
Yeah.
So like when he gets mad at her, she says, go home, go over there. Like, your mom is driving me crazy. And I'm just like, well, she lives next door to you. So what are you going to do? Move.
Yeah.
What do you guys, but very interesting dynamic. Yeah.
Like, you can never judge a book by its cover. Like, just looking at your Instagram, I didn't think this was a part of your story.
This is my story. This is why I'm a comedian.
This is
comedy.
So tell me, okay, now let's make a transition. Like, how did you get into comedy and acting and all that stuff? Like, where did that begin?
Well, I started in Miami. I was doing acting, and I was taking some classes, and we would do improv, and I would make them laugh all the time when we did improv. And one of my friends was like, why don't you just start doing stand-up? And I was like, I didn't think of that. Let me go to an open mic and try it out. Tried it out. Loved it. More than loved it. Mm-hmm. Comedy is everything to me. Stand-up is everything to me. And then 6 years later, here I am.
Damn.
But I started in Miami, and then I moved out here about 4 years ago. So.
And then, so what was the transition from Florida to LA? What was that like for you?
It was tough because I came out here by myself.
By yourself?
Yeah, I grabbed all my stuff and I just got in a car and I just drove.
You drove?
Yeah, I drove by myself all the way up here.
How long did that take you to?
About 2 days and a half. Yeah, and halfway through, my car transmission broke down, so I had to get a rental in Texas. Damn. Yeah, and that was crazy. But yeah.
That was crazy. So did you stop at hotels or?
No, I just kind of like slept in my car. I listened to a lot of podcasts.
And you just cruised.
I wish I was listening to this podcast.
Thank you. So you just gunned it.
Gunned it, yeah. Took me 2 days and a half, almost 3 days.
That's crazy. That's like a book or a movie. Like that story, like someone doing that.
I guess.
I
guess, yeah.
So,
maybe.
Okay, before you made this decision, you didn't have a place out here to stay, where, like an apartment?
I just had money saved up.
How much money you save up?
I saved up about 80 grand because I did a bottle service in Miami. Bottle service is really big out there.
Wait, say that again? $80,000?
Yeah. Yeah. Hustle. Yep.
So 80 grand.
80 grand.
So let's talk about that before we go any further, because I want to know about this bottle hustle.
Yes.
Tell me about this hustle.
So Miami, I don't know if it's like this now, but they
crazy.
have Club Live. They have all the rappers come out there. It's like the sickest shit ever. And I would do bottle service in Mansion, Dream, a little bit of Live. Because I was connected to all those people, so the managers kind of like.
What's Live? What's Live? That's a club.
Live, yes, it's on Fountain Blue. It's on 40 something. Drake always performs there.
That's
Lil Wayne always performs there.
So it's a big time spot.
Yeah, freaking princesses from Dubai and all that. Damn. They dropped like $2 million on one table. Night? Yeah, so I was making dumb money. like dumb
So
money.
what? Explain to the viewers, because we have a lot of younger listeners.
Right.
What is bottle? Like, define what is bottle service?
Bottle service is basically the chick that brings the bottle to the table and like pours it for you and like that's it, and then gets another bottle and then pours it for all the people and kind of just does that.
And then how much did you make in one night?
I
You get tipped and everything too?
Oh, yeah, I would make like $2,500 a night.
What?
Easy. Yeah.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Just in tips?
Just in tips. Yeah. That's all I worked for is tips. We wouldn't have an hourly wage. It'd be like, what, $4 or something like that?
You would make that much money just through doing that?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yep.
So that's like,
ridiculous.
hold up. So that's just pocketed money.
Bottle service is a career if you live in Miami.
It's a career.
FYI. Pretty much.
Did like fools try to hit on you, or is there
Rappers
like some
and
weird?
stuff?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the real.
Yeah, they would always like try to hit on me and stuff, but I was in a long-term 7-year relationship, so it was easy for me to kind of like just
I got a boy.
pump
got
the
a man.
brakes, and then keep it professional and save my money and then come out here. So I went from making 80 to coming out here to making what 20. I worked at the Improv for a year when I first came out here.
Damn.
So it just went from
Which one? Which one?
The one on Melrose.
Oh, the right here in the just in L.A.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so how did you get your feet wet? Do it like.
Would you just clarify what the Improv is for the kids?
Improv, it's a comedy club.
It's a comedy club. It's called the Hollywood Improv. A lot of well-known comedians go there.
Yeah.
It's on Melrose. It's been around for a very long time, and it's just it's a great place to laugh and watch live stand-up comedy.
Can I tell you, I worked as a food runner at the Tempe Improv.
Okay.
In at ASU.
At ASU?
Arizona State.
How was that?
I got fired.
Okay, I got fired too. Boom.
Can I tell you?
I think mine could top yours.
Okay, you tell yours first.
No, tell yours. Tell yours.
Because now I'm worried about how I got. I'll just be. Mine's not. I'll be quick. Okay. I think my manager. Okay, so basically, like, I want to define what I did. So there'd be several shows. Let's say Shawn Wayans. It was actually Shawn Wayans that was there the weekend I got fired.
Right.
One of the Wayans brothers. I'm a big fan of them, especially Damon.
Yes.
All of them. Marlon. I'm a fan, first of all.
Yeah,
I was a food runner.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I had to, I was running food in between the shows. So it'd be like super nachos or curly, chili fry, you know what I'm saying?
Standard
yeah,
shit.
I was a waiter.
Yeah.
I was a waiter. And then, but the hard part about it is I had it was dark in there. And sometimes like the table, there's different like sections that it was harder to get to certain sections, especially in the dark. And I'm a little like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a little dude.
Yeah.
And I had to carry a tray sometimes with like 6 plates on it. And I was like sweating. And so,
but they had you go like this?
yeah, I had it was one of them big, it was
so you gotta go like
it was
this.
like an oval.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a
you can't go like that.
It wasn't a circle. It was an oval.
Right,
it was like a long ass thing, and I was like this. I was sweating. They're like, "Go, hey man, table 35, section 45. Hurry up, man! They're about to. The opener's about to get on there, man.
Yeah.
So I'm like sweating, and I remember I went to one table, and this was a bitch because it was in the front.
Right.
So I'm like. And like it was super nachos. So I'm like, here you go, and like put it, and so fast forward like maybe a couple minutes later, I'm sweating. I'm still grinding, and so the table sent it back because they didn't want like green onions or something.
Okay.
And so, so I was like. I was kind of pissed because that could have been prevented. You know what I'm saying? Because that was like...
say you don't want the green onions,
a modification in the system, right?
Yeah.
And so all I said, because I knew the waitress... I mean, the waitress is different than the food runner. The lady, the blonde girl, that was her section. I forgot her name. Let's say her name was Bambi or something.
Yeah.
It probably wasn't. Brittany.
Fucking Bambi.
No, Brittany. So I said... All I said, I waited for things to cool down, and I go, "Hey, can I talk to you real quick?" She goes, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah," and I go, I was just, table 4. I realized they didn't want green onions in their super nachos, and she goes, "Yeah," and I go, "Well, can you next time? Can you make sure like to put that, like to modify that so we don't have that mistake again. Mm-hmm. And she like flipped it on me. Like she went like, oh, is that so? And I go, yeah. So this is what happened. This is what I didn't know. That girl, what Brittany, whatever, she was fucking the manager.
That's always the case.
Dude, she was his name was Neil. So dude, so this is what happened. So I finished up my shift, and then Neil goes, Steven, let's talk in my office. I go, right now? Yeah. Let's get off. Let's go to our office.
Unbelievable.
And then he goes, yeah, I heard what happened. Clean out your locker. You're fired. So I just remember because I was hella broke.
Why didn't you go to HR?
No.
See, Neil's getting his dick sucked and he got me fired.
I know, but
what the fuck?
I just remember I had my skateboard, and then my other friend Nick, my homie Nick, got me a job. He worked at box office, which was, I wish I had that job because all you do is sell the tickets. Right. And I remember skating back to the dorms, and I thought my life was over. I'm like, God. I don't know what to do, dude. I don't know where to go. You know,
that's horrible.
Yeah. So
did you file for unemployment?
No, I ended up working at P.F. Chang's.
Well,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So what's your story? How'd you get fired?
Well, I can't top that. I didn't get fired for.
You just said you got fired too.
Yeah, but I can't top the reason why.
No, you don't have to. I want to hear that. I love firing stories.
So no, for me it was just a quesadilla conspiracy. They thought I ate the quesadillas. I did not eat the quesadillas.
What improv? The one on Melrose?
Yes.
So this is food from the kitchen.
Yes.
And what'd you do there? Were you did what I did, or?
No, I was a waitress. I was a waitress.
Okay, so you're the one that took the orders.
Yeah, I was the one that took the orders, and the kitchen was looking for some quesadillas, right?
Oh, that's what's up.
And
yeah, no,
they told me the table was like, well, we don't want the quesadillas, so you could have them. And I was like, all right. So I boxed them up.
Yeah.
And I took them, right? But then the chef was like, where's those quesadillas? And then they saw me with the box, and they're like, what are you doing? We're gonna use that for another table. And I was like, the table told me that I could have them. They're still paying for them. And they were like, no, this is unacceptable. And I got fired over some quesadillas.
Really?
Yes.
Well, who fired you, the cook or the manager?
The cook, because he was always sexually harassing me.
Wait a minute.
And I would not budge. Oh, yeah, you're so nice. Your ass is so nice. Oh, yeah.
That's sexual harassment.
It is, but whatever.
So he would just comment?
Always. All those cooks would comment. My tits would be a little out. They'd be like, oh, yeah, mírala. And I'll be like, I handle it fine. I'm not worried about that. I'm a comedian. It's fine. I would get back at them. But it's kind of like, imagine had I said something, would they gotten fired? But they have kids and stuff. I was just like, whatever.
That's crazy.
So I didn't really stress it. But yeah, quesadilla got me fired.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what? I didn't know this because I thought that in any working establishment, the manager had to fire you. The cook could fire you?
He's been there for a very long time. So
yeah.
And then also the managers. But the GM loved me and still loves me. And she's not even a GM anymore. She's a talent manager. Her name is Rita.
Oh.
And so everything was left good. It was left well. I don't have any animosity towards any of those people.
Yeah.
And I go ever so often and I perform there as well. And I'm performing at the Improv in Ontario on January 7th. So
I love them all there as well.
Everything.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm really like, I'm with the improvs and everything, but that's my story over some stupid quesadillas.
That's what's up. Yeah. So how did you, so you worked there. How did you get to a point where you used to work there, now you're performing there? Like, how did that work from the open mics to like doing features and all that?
Well, I mean, as far as like the process is just going up to open mics and getting better and then showcasing for them and then them liking you and then having you come back, and it's just a process.
Yeah. So how long, what's a showcase? What does that involve? You have to have 5 minutes of your best material.
Some showcases have 10, some showcases have 15.
Mm-hmm.
If you're featuring for someone, you could do up to 20 minutes.
What's featuring mean? What does that mean?
Featuring means that the person is going right after the headliner. The headliner is the one who does the most time.
Oh, you're going after?
Before.
Oh, before.
Before, like 20 minutes before.
Okay,
They do 20 minutes, and then the headliner will do like 40, 45 minutes, sometimes even an hour.
Yeah. That's crazy. And so, how do you write your material? Like, how do you come up with ideas, and how do you like workshop a lot of the ideas in your mind and put it on stage? Like,
okay, you want me to start talking about my family again? 'Cause that's what it is.
Oh, it's your family.
Yes. That's all it
Oh.
is. That's all it is. I talk about my family.
Oh, so you're turning that into art.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's dope.
Absolutely.
Because that's therapy, man.
Well, it is.
No, it is.
To a certain degree, it is. I'm already desensitized to it. I see it more like, I know there's people out there, there's kids out there that are going through things that probably have a rough time.
Give them some advice, man. You went
absolutely,
through it.
yeah.
Tell them what's up.
And I feel like whatever it is you're going through, it's not a long-term thing. Once you grow up, your environment from when you grow up and you're a kid doesn't have to reflect on what you become in the future. You know, you could take whatever it is you have and you could turn it into positive, and just understand that the harder the struggle, the stronger you become as an individual. And ultimately, it's a beautiful thing to see you go from one end of the spectrum to another and overcome. And I could say I'm an example of that, because I never put myself in a position where I victimized myself, or I felt like, oh, why me? Or like kept the circumstances that I had and felt like this is who I am. I saw what I had and I was like, that's not my journey.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't have to be yours. Whatever it is you're going through, you gotta understand that sometimes in life when you're going through stuff, it's for a reason to a certain degree, as far as like what you could take. Kid, you know?
I want to add on to that.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
if you kids are watching this and your parents are giving you pressure, what college are you going to, Jimmy? What are you going to do? Are you going to do this? Are you going to art school? What are you going to do? What are you going to do with your... don't trip on that. Just follow your heart. And if you end up going to junior college, there's no shame in that, because all state and university, those are business institutions. And guess what? Half those cats... there's a like a vast rate of suicides on college campuses, and guess what it's from? Debt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, cats. So it's like, don't even trip out on that. Like, follow your passion. If you go to junior college, that's like more power to you. I'd rather pay $15 for a course than paying $90,000 in debt, like paying student loans and all that. And just follow your dreams, and there's no pressure. Just do whatever makes you happy. If you feel alienated, if you're watching this in your college dorm and you feel lost, there's no rules to this. You don't see, that's a mistake I made. Do you know how long I went to Arizona State?
How long?
Like 8 years.
8 years?
I was all messed up. I was doing LSD.
What was
dude, it got to a point where, so the next semester would come.
Yeah.
And I would just be like, I guess I'll move to this dorm. I lived in almost every dorm.
Yeah.
I lived in every dorm, and all I did, I was so poor at once, because you know how like you get them college food. It's like a credit card, but you could go to the cafeteria, you could go to Taco Bell, you could go to the convenience store. Yeah, my plan ran. I was too proud to ask my mom and dad to fill out my plan again, because I used all my blocks. That equates to dollars. Right. So I was like literally going through the community fridge. Like, I lived in a ghetto. I one
while on LSD.
No, not on LSD.
Like, ramen.
But one ghetto ass dorm. They had you could ask the front desk for the key to the community kitchen.
Right.
It was like probably the size of half this room, and there was a fridge in there. But for the other students,
would you rate other people's food?
I was so broke and hungry.
Yeah.
I would go in there and I would just open up the fridge, and I remember I saw some moldy cold ass ramen.
Ooh.
But that was a meal for me.
Wow.
So I would be like, I would stir it up and I would look around.
Wow.
And I'd be like,
they didn't have any more options? Like John's lunch?
No, I would steal too. But I would like your mom.
Yeah.
But I would steal out of necessity.
A necessity, yeah.
Like my homie Jamil and Malaka would, because they had better meal plans than I did.
Right.
And there's one cafeteria where it was like the deluxe one on campus. So I best believe I brought my backpack.
Yeah.
And dude, I would take their Captain Crunch too.
Yeah.
I would load up on their Captain Crunch, bananas.
I'm sure half
oranges.
of them probably didn't even remember they left it there. Like honestly, if everybody's like getting messed up and just
Did you go to college?
Well, acting school.
Okay, that's what's up.
So I never was able to have the college experience.
But
I do have friends who did go to college, so I kind of understand more or less what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no shame in that. Literally, I don't even know what, because people ask me what I got a degree in.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
You don't know?
No, I don't know what it is. I have the
partying.
No.
Ramen.
I have the. Can I tell you what it is though?
Yeah.
They basically, I went on campus to one of my she was a counselor.
Okay.
Thank God I found this lady because I was crying in there all the time. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm trapped.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
She's like, well, you gotta see you're taking the wrong courses, babe.
Yeah.
Like I would be taking the wrong course. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would show up to class.
What was one of the courses?
Okay, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
I showed up. I was a child development course.
Okay.
I didn't even have the right books.
Oh my God.
So I'd be sitting there.
What kind of books did you have?
No, they had manuals and work.
God.
You know, they had their whole manuals, and they had things where they're going to doing interning. I show up like I didn't know where I was.
Wow.
So they'd be like, "Okay, page 58, if you could," and I would just be like looking at people like.
Yeah.
You know? And then the teacher, I remember, the professor, she knew I was like a lost puppy. Like she was like, just come to my office hours. Mm-hmm. So I basically went into her office hours and she goes, well, yeah, do you have the right books? Mm-hmm. And I go, I don't know. I forgot. I didn't know how to do it. Regular students, they know what to do.
You didn't have someone to like tell you like you're doing it wrong?
No, me and my homies would be skateboarding and I was looking for weed.
They were giving you the LSD. That's right.
No, we'd be skateboarding. I'd be trying to learn how to fakey kickflip. I was just skateboarding and trying to meet girls and get weed.
How is that LSD?
Oh, so the degree is called Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies.
Wow.
So during graduation, and then I had it made my mom proud, but she still doesn't know what I have.
Yeah.
But she showed up. I had the cap and gown. Wow. So it was all, it looked good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Did you go to your graduation?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I didn't go to my graduation.
Yeah, but my class was like 5 people.
Are you
know
serious?
How most classes they go this College of Business stand up.
Yeah.
Like mine was College of Interdisciplinary Studies, and then we're like in the corner of the Tempe.
You guys were like in the
stadium.
side right there.
It was like
next to all the snacks and the food.
Just like the 5 people who don't know what's going on.
Wow.
So that's why I'm telling the viewers, don't trip.
You don't need to know. You don't need to know what's going on.
Hey. You didn't even go, and look, you're doing well.
I didn't go at all. I had
my
no
brother
idea.
didn't go.
I didn't. I never went. The closest I went to was I was in a long-term relationship, and he was going to college, so I would just go with him.
What college?
FIU.
Oh, that's what's up.
FIU in Florida.
Do you live at the dorms?
No, he didn't live in the dorms. Yeah, but I would go to I actually went to one of his classes one time, and there was
on
this
campus.
Girl, yeah, and this girl who went to high school with me. She's just like, you go here. And she was one of these girls because I was like into sports and all this stuff. I was like, this bitch didn't go to college. She doesn't go here. Yeah. And she's like, you go here? And I'm like, yeah, I go here. I'm like, let me get out of here.
Yeah.
No, I don't go here, man. Fuck you.
You know what's interesting? That story in itself, it's like, there's a certain, with each university or state college, there's like a certain pride and ego attached to it. But it's so ridiculous because it's like at the end of the day, it's like big business. You're just paying these motherfuckers, and you're not even learning the right shit anyway. I learn more off YouTube than I do in any book. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, real talk.
Yeah.
I learn off my own research, the real shit, than I ever have in any textbose. I'm being real.
But that's what they don't tell you. But when you start doing college, like they don't tell you, hey, why don't you go to say for instance you're getting into business and you're trying to be a financial advisor, you're trying to do something
right
like they don't tell you, hey, go to this place and start working there, start working at this other place. Like they just have you do the courses, graduate, and then it's like, and then you're left in the air. It's like you have to have that training while you're in college if that's what you want to do.
I mean, I learned a lot of LSD.
Absolutely.
At least there, I realized like metaphysical shit.
Right.
Like,
you
shit.
Start getting into astrology.
No,
Who
not only that.
knows?
I'm like, oh shit, there's other dimensions.
Absolutely.
And they couldn't teach me that in the book. I had to see.
There's multiple dimensions going on right now.
Exactly.
We're here and
real
then we're
time.
somewhere else.
And
right
they're
now.
layered on top of each other.
Exactly.
And I seen dead people. I'm like, okay, there's the dead people.
Yes.
That's a different dimension.
And Watchmen
They're stuck
season
in
finale
that.
just finished. I mean, there's things that are happening, people.
Yeah,
so do not worry at all.
So let's go back.
Yeah.
I don't want to get off course here.
Absolutely.
I want to keep talking about, man, your journey is just really interesting, and just the way you didn't go to college and you decided to drive from Florida all the way to LA.
Yep.
You worked at the Improv. Then you start now, like, let's talk more about like what's in the future and like what your plans are.
Well, just more comedy, more stand up, just going on the road. Been going on the road a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a couple projects I can't really talk about right now.
That's okay.
That are that are going to be put into place in January.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like just keeping busy, hustling, and
Mm-hmm.
and just doing the damn thing.
How do you like open up for like the big comedian? Like, how do you network? Like, do you have to go to the club and go up to someone and go, hey, can I open for you? Or like, how does that work?
Usually for me, I've known a lot of people through the circuit when I was working at the Improv, so I was able to meet a lot of people.
You networked.
Yeah, I was able to network a lot. And so I kind of just, I didn't reach out as much to them, but I built relationships with them, like, just, hey, how you doing? Whenever they pass by, I would, and then now I'm doing my own thing. So then they're like, oh, okay, what's she doing? Or, hey, send me a clip. Let me see your video. And then they'll be like, oh, all right, can you do a 10-minute spot here?
Right,
Can you do a 15-minute spot there? And I've been very, very lucky to have those opportunities given. But then again, it's just grinding, keep working. They say you get to the sweet spot in comedy 7 to 11. That's like the thing.
7 to 11 years?
But I've seen people before that have made quite an impact in the comedy
Just for
scene.
a couple years?
5, 6, yeah. But I mean, I'm just enjoying the process. Just enjoying
Right.
the process. And just as an artist, keeping busy, whether it's videos or stand up.
Yeah. Tell me how
anything.
you started doing content and like getting into like your comedy videos. Like, how did that all start?
Well, once I moved out here, I was trying to find an agent, and that was kind of difficult for me. So I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna start doing my own stuff. So every day I would post a video.
On YouTube or Instagram?
Oh, no, Instagram.
Okay.
I came out here with like maybe 500 followers, and I would just post every day, just for fun, just
No,
so
anymore.
creatively.
Yours is crazy now, right? Your following.
It's a good. I set a goal for myself and I reached it, and
That's
I'm
crazy.
happy about that. But
How many you got? You got a lot.
it just like over 100K. But that was my goal.
That's
I know people
crazy.
who were working just as hard with me that continued it, that are at 1 million now.
Yeah.
And they're doing their thing. But for me, like Instagram, I mean, I didn't come out here to do Instagram videos.
Yeah.
Came out here to do stand-up and
no,
acting.
that's what's up, but it helps.
But it helps. And then so now I creatively do it when I want to, as opposed to when I first came out here and I didn't really have that many outlets.
Yeah.
And so as an artist, I had to find a way to fulfill that need as an artist when you need to create.
Maximize it.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
So I'm like, I have to create, I have to do this, I have to do that. So it was a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, like I'm sure there's viewers that want to like build their Instagram following or any social media platform. Do you
Right.
have any advice to give the viewers?
Whatever it
listeners?
is you're doing, just make sure you're having fun doing it. If you're having fun doing it, it's not going to be like, oh, I got to post another video like in 2 days and I got to make sure I put the hashtags. It's like, no, you're going to post a video, you're going to do your thing, and then collaborate with other people that you know are like-minded as you and have the same vision to a certain degree and the work ethic and are excited about doing these videos together. And you'll see how it'll start to grow within itself, based on whatever it is. Because if you're having fun with it and you like it, then, it'll resonate. Don't worry about views. Don't worry about likes. Just post, have fun, and
Just post.
And
Well, how often is one of my question? If you want to build up a following like you.
For me, when I first started, I was posting every other day.
Every
for
other day?
Yeah, for almost a year. Yeah.
On your Instagram?
Yeah. And I would collaborate with other people, and
I was just gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
Because you and Dante got videos.
Right,
you and
right.
Some of the other homies
so
got videos.
most of the people that I collaborated with, they'd probably, I think one of them had like maybe maybe close to like 4,000 or 5,000 followers, and I had like 500 followers. So all the people that I associated with myself with had like maybe a little bit more than me, but I knew that that's why they came to LA. To do Instagram videos. So I knew that they were going to be there when I wanted to shoot. We could collaborate and do all that. And it was just a mixture of doing it every week. When we would shoot, see, on Thursday, we knock out like 4 or 5 videos that day.
Yeah.
And then we spread it out on our pages and like kind of
That's
have
a
that
trip. Yeah.
And it'd be like a consistent thing.
So the things I got out of that is consistency is collaboration.
Collaborations
and
is key.
And have fun with it.
Absolutely. If you're not having fun, why are you doing it? Because then you're gonna feel like it's a job, and it's like, no.
But can I be honest with you? We do a lot of stuff. I do have fun, but there's some times where you kind of just have to trudge through it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because there's going to be weeks.
There's going to be weeks where you're tired,
right?
And your mind's in a certain spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's like the difference between, you know what I'm saying? Like you still got to do it. You know, you still got to post.
Yeah, you still, because the thing with me, because like if you're on your own, that's good. You keep doing your videos, and you know, and eventually, if you look out for other people who are trying to do it, then you guys together could, you know, make something happen. But ultimately for me, and this is just the way I feel going into it, I felt like we were a team, and I didn't want to let my team down. And so even if I felt bad, I was there, and I gave it all I had, because I knew I'd be there for like an hour or 2 hours, and then I could continue on with my shitty day.
Right. No, that makes sense.
If I was having a shitty day, which we
right.
all do, like we're not happy 24/7, and that's what sometimes in social media is like, oh, this person's just like, no, trust me, this person who's all happy has their shitty days as well, but they're consistent because they like to do it, I guess, you know.
Why is it that we, like on Instagram, you never see like what a person's real life is? Like if it was me, it'd be me on the toilet, like in my like.
I've followed some people that do that, and I'm just like, oh, look at this guy. Yeah,
keep it real, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. No,
you got to look for them, but they're out there.
I like that because it's real.
Yeah.
I just thought of this because I just saw a Post Malone documentary thing on YouTube, and what fascinated me about his story is, in which kind of like the light bulb went off. He did get lucky anyway, but you know that he came out here from Texas. He followed his homie here.
Right.
They were gonna start doing video game stuff, like videos. Like I think this was even before Twitch or something.
Yeah.
And so he was just like, "Hey, can I get a ride too?" And then he ended up here. He was literally scrounging for change for like cigarettes and beer. And so he decided to start recording music.
Right.
And it was one song. He just decided to post. I think it was a White Iverson. Yeah. It was that one song, and it was just that one song that just catapulted him to like the next day. He like checked the internet, and everyone was tweeting about it.
So his passion wasn't in the beginning wasn't that, it was gaming. Like
no. He just came with his gaming homies. He was always a music head.
Okay.
No. He was always into music. But the thing is, a lot of people are hating on him because they're like, oh, you just hopped on the hip hop wagon, or because he could do country as well. He could play the guitar.
Yeah, he's an artist.
He's an artist,
and he's successul at it. And at the end of the day, you can't knock people on that.
You can't.
And if you are, then you should kind of look at yourself, bro.
Right.
Why you.
So, but this is what I got of it, because I think it's such a fascinating story.
Yeah.
Can a person make it just off one video post or one, you know what I'm saying? One like music video or one thing that they do?
Well, I mean, define make it. I hear that all the time.
Right.
Like people make it.
Right.
People make it. What does this make it? Like,
with him,
what's
I guess
your definition of?
Okay, with him, he got the attention of maybe hundreds of thousands to millions of people were aware of who he was.
Right.
And through that, he got a record deal, and then through that, he collaborated with bigger artists, All
right.
And then through that, he started touring, and then now he's got like the house or the Jeep or
Yeah.
whatever. I know these are all outside
No, but
things.
that's
but
a really good
right.
a really good answer. And so to answer your question, fucking yeah, one video, Cash Me Outside. How about that?
Oh, that's
Wow.
a great example.
Cash Me Outside.
Can you-
How about? And I can't even knock her, man. It's awesome.
Okay, can you
God
explain?
bless her.
Explain that story to a lot of viewers
Okay,
might not know that.
so-
That was happened a couple years ago.
Yeah. So Dr. Phil
Dr.
had
Phil.
a segment where there was these bad children, cursing out their parents. And there was a part in the interview where this girl, this young little girl who's kind of hood, would just said,
But she was
Cash
white.
Me.
She was white, right?
I think she's Italian.
Oh, she's
I don't know-
Italian.
I don't
Okay,
know, but
she's
she's
Italian.
very hood. She's
Yeah,
a little hood white girl. And
What's her
she's
name? What's her name?
Bad Bunny or something
What's
like
her
that.
name? BB?
Bad
Barbie?
Bad Bunny.
Okay, yeah, continue.
Yeah, and so she they
Heckled her?
no they recorded her saying, "Cash me outside, how about that?"
Oh,
You know?
catch me outside.
And so they got the video on YouTube and they kind of like
Oh, it became a meme. It became a
and it became a
meme.
meme.
Catch me outside. Catch
How
me
about
outside.
that? Catch me outside. How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
And then from there, she got a record deal. She got a record deal with some people, like I don't know who it was, and she's been like doing collabs with other people, and like she was on Lights Out with David Spade, like fucking
crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, but she made it.
I'm laughing about this because here's a situation where she didn't want to become that, but she got that opportunity, that one video.
Oh, the light was shined on
and
it.
she made the most out of it.
There
and
you
like,
go. You know, you brought up a very
what are you
good.
gonna do? And
That's
she's
a
young
very
too,
good
so
point.
she has
Yeah.
some good people on her side.
So
to,
the
like, propel her to do that.
main thing to learn from this
Yeah.
is if you get a crazy opportunity like that, you have to. But the thing is, I don't even think she realized what she did. I think she was really being herself. Do you think she really thought, I'm going to say this, and then therefore I'm going to get this reaction, therefore I'm going to get a record deal?
Personally, knowing how these shows work, some of them are scripted, some of them aren't. I can't tell you whether or not she goes back in the green room after that interview and she was just like, all right, Mom, let's go home. I love you. I don't know if she was like that and she was just trying to have that persona.
Mm-hmm.
But even if that's the case where she didn't have that persona, she wasn't real, but she still portrayed it,
Mm-hmm.
she did a great job. So much so that she became a meme, that she ended up doing that, and so on and so forth. All this stuff is entertainment. So
and then she had beef with all these other like rappers, right? Yeah.
I'm sure.
But I actually thought I actually heard that her music, she's a good artist. I heard
they have some good producers. That they're making some really sick beats for her.
Yeah. I heard it's a solid album.
She was on the Billboard. So, yeah.
God, who does she have beef with? Who are some of the other ones? Lil
Tay, I think.
Lil Tay.
Yeah, so Lil Tay is this this little 8-year-old girl.
She's Asian, right?
She is Asian.
Yeah, she's half Taiwanese.
I think so.
You ain't balling like me.
Yeah.
Look, I got this car.
My name Lil Tay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, that one's totally staged. I found out that one.
Right. Like, because the mom worked for a rich dude,
real estate company.
A real estate company.
Yeah.
So what's the term for that? That's clout. That's clout chasing.
Clout chasing.
That's a clout chaser.
Yes.
See, when we grew up, there was no terms like that.
Yeah.
Clout chasing.
I don't think so either. How old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
I was born in the 70s.
You were? Really? I thought you were like my age. That's that Asian gene, bro. Asian on crack.
Hey, I might look this way, but I'm like Yoda.
I thought you were.
There's Mr. Miyagi.
Wow.
Like the brain.
A lot of water.
Infused
a lot
with
of H2O.
Mr. Miyagi and Yoda and any old blind kung fu guy.
You got a baby
That's
Yoda
me
soul
in my head.
Wow.
I'm ready to die.
You look very young.
I want to die some days.
Everyone wants to die some days.
No, I mean like soon.
Soon?
Yeah.
All right, let's just wait after this podcast. Don't die too crazy.
But I want out of the Matrix. I'm okay.
Wait. So you think you're in the Matrix?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, I think we are.
So you took the red pill or the blue pill?
I don't know what pill I took, but I'm realizing that this may be a testing ground. Other aliens are involved.
Right.
Reptilians are involved.
Oh, so you
involved.
so you believe in lizard people and ancient aliens?
I mean,
like
you
you're
can
all
come
about
back.
that.
We'll discuss it. So Linda Moulton Howe, David Wilcock, and Corey Good. If you're listening, I would love you as a guest on the Steebee Weebee Show. We still, the one person that I try to reach out to in the UFO community, she said yes, and then she actually saw my show,
Right?
And she's like, "No, honey,
Really?
yeah, but it did hurt me, but then
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, she just, because I have my platform. I don't get that crazy into stuff like that because it's more about my guests. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to get to the viewers and get to know my guests.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like what they're about, their trajectory, when their albums dropping, where they're performing,
Right.
like their material. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff. So I might in the future do that, but literally, I don't want to die tomorrow. I didn't mean it that way, but
Yeah.
sometimes
But
I
you
do.
do believe in
But sometimes
you
I
do
do.
believe in lizard people then. Are we safe to okay.
Oh yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Word.
I do. I do.
I do too.
Yeah. Okay. So man, an hour flew by, huh?
Wow, an hour already?
Yeah. Man, you're a dope guest, man.
You're
You got to
a
come
dope
back.
host.
You got to come back. Now is the time because this is the time.
Okay.
Think about it. I want you to promote. I
Okay.
want you to promote like your social, your website, your Instagram, Twitter, whatever you need to do. When your
Okay.
next shows are, plug the dates and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So my Instagram's Amarie Lee _comedy. That's AMARIELEE _comedy. And I'll be performing at the Ontario Improv January 7th. So get your tickets. And
I don't know. We're ahead. Around then.
so maybe or maybe not.
Okay, either way. But where
Yeah.
could they go to catch future show? You have a website?
No, just on my Instagram. I post all my videos, all my flyers there, pretty much all that stuff.
What's your Instagram again?
Amarie Lee Comedy, AMARIELEE _comedy.
AMARIELEE_comedy.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Well, Amarie Lee as well, but my YouTube is not as active as my Instagram, so make sure to just check out my Instagram. That way you have all the updated events going on.
If someone watches this, they want to book you for something, or how do they reach you?
They could
DM you.
Yeah, you could DM me through my Instagram. I usually respond back sooner than later. And then I'm also sponsored by Turtle Pie Co.
Go ahead. Shout them out real quick.
Turtle Pie Co. If you don't know, they have amazing bud, 40 different strands. Check them out.
Okay.
Turtle Pie Co. on Instagram. Yeah.
I used to smoke, but I got too paranoid, so I quit everything.
Well, the weed out here is really strong.
Well, I haven't smoked, and I have 11 years off everything. So
Well,
I
there you
haven't
go.
I haven't smoked weed or drink in over 11 years.
So what's your vice now?
Jewel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. sorry. I'm sorry. This is my last one, but I need to I need to let this go. Can we shout out your brother again? I want to show
Al,
some love.
behave, Al.
Al, we love you.
I want you to come out.
Keep your head straight, Al. You'll
on,
get out
big
soon,
bro.
homie. Yeah.
Yes, I love you.
Hey, when he gets out, maybe he could come on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that fascinates me. Just hearing of it's a whole
Yeah.
different, like they're on a different planet. You know what I mean?
It is.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have?
If you wanted to shout out, I know you did like a True TV sketch show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
True TV sketch show.
Go ahead and check out Laugh Tracks on True TV. You'll see me playing a bunch of different characters. It's every Friday. True TV Laugh Tracks. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Did we cover everything? I want to make sure. We got everything, huh? Instagram, Twitter. No.
Twitter, Amarie Lee Comedy.
Facebook, not active.
Not really. Just
Okay.
Instagram.
Fair enough.
It's all the same name, so if you reach out to me in those outlets,
go
I-
hit her
yeah.
up on her Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to, before I forget, the reason why I want to make sure you covered all that, because you don't know who might be watching out there. You'll
So
be
my
surprised.
address is
No, don't give out your address. But I'm just saying, I'll just leave it. I want to just leave it broad. But you never know.
right on.
You might
Right on.
surprise you.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Patreon attached to the show. If you want to keep the platform up, and if you enjoy the content, go to patreon.com/Steebee Weebee. Our newest patron is Carmen B. Lily Hernandez. There's a website attached to the show, www.steebeeweebeshow.com. The Instagram is Instagram/QUANGOU. my Bandcamp with my music's at SteebeeWeebee.bandcamp.com. Although I'm looking into DistroKid. I want to put this out now. DistroKid to put some of my other albums on like Spotify and whatever, Apple Music. I'm gonna probably look into that tonight. So eventually I'm gonna do that. There's no Little Ray's World now because I'm trying to finish up my EP. I'm halfway done with my EP, and we are gonna do at least one music video for that. Okay, so we're doing more content. Please subscribe to youtube.com/SteebeeWeebee. We have vlogs, we have puzzle videos, clips, Steebee on the Streety, Steebee's P.O. Box. If you enjoy the puzzle videos, send your puzzles or just your packages to 1425 North Cherokee Avenue, P.O. Box 1391, California 90093. Support all of the other homies' podcasts, Lost Go Projects with a Z, Necro Electric, Riffin' with Griffin, Movies with Malice, and WFE. Dude, that was awesome.
Yes.
With that being said...